Hello and welcome to my week in media. This is my 2016 top 10 films list. This is a complete personal biased ranking of the top 10 films I have seen this year. I've seen over 120 new release films this year, so narrowing it down to 10, that was hard. Very, very hard. So without further ado, let's get straight in there and start this top 10 list. So yeah, again, I'd like to clarify, this is all personal biased opinion. This is not 10 reviews of films. This is the top 10 films I've seen this year. A quick summary of why I've given it that ranking. It's basically me just telling you what my top 10 films are, and it's just going to be a fun little side video. I'm also going to do a part 2 where I talk about my top 10 worst films of the year. So that'll be a nice little companion piece we've got going on there. Anyway, before I actually start my list, I feel like I should do an honourable mentions list because I've seen over 120 films. It was impossible to narrow it down to just 10. So I'm going to give you a couple of honourable mentions, no explanations needed, no necessary order. This is just another set of films that I believe just came that close to that top 10, but didn't quite make it onto it. Hardcore Henry, War Dogs, Moana, Eddie the Eagle, David Brent Life on the Road, The Witch, Green Room. So many great films just couldn't quite reach the top 10, but those are films that you should definitely check out, even if you don't manage to see all of these top 10. Anyway, let's kick it off with number 10. If you'd have told me back in 2015 that this film was going to be in my top 10 of 2016, I would have laughed in your face. This is a film starring Mark Wahlberg, this is a film set on a boat, and this is a disaster movie. If you ain't know me, those are the three things I hate most in films. Jesus Christ, I can't stand Mark Wahlberg. So I went into this with a pretty attitude. My God, did this film blow me away. Deepwater Horizon is damn right at my number 10 spot because everything about it was just horrifying. It blew me away with every single thing that I wasn't expecting it to. And it just kind of dragged me into something that I really, really wasn't expecting. It made me scared, it made me cry, it made me laugh, and it made me really want to give more films a shot. This is the perfect example of why you should never judge a book by its cover, and Deepwater Horizon really, really does deserve the number 10 spot on this list. Now, at number 9, this is a film that actually came out in the UK in January, so it's technically possibly a film from 2015, but it didn't release in the UK until January. So for that reason, it is now on my number 9. And that is Room. Oh my God, Room. What a film. I've read the book and I've seen the film, and it gives me shivers. It horrifies me, and it just really, really felt meaningful. Jacob Tremblay as the little boy was just absolutely fantastic. It's a fantastic thriller that I recommend every single person needs to watch because it tells a story that you're not expecting it to. It was a film that really did twist my expectations, and again, it completely blew me away. Stop motion is a very strange form of media. It's very, very usually associated with childhood and child films, Shaun the Sheep, Postman Pat, all those things are stop motion. You never ever really see, besides like Team America, stop motion adult films. And Jesus Christ is Anomalisa, an absolutely fantastic stop motion adult film. It deals with things I wasn't expecting it to. Again, it's another film that shocked me, but it was a film I was excited for. Charlie Kaufman is obviously there for the weird, and the fact that this film stars about 40 characters, all of which are played by mostly one actor, it's fantastic. It's a film that is really, really difficult for me to even explain in 30 seconds, never mind review, but it's a film I would definitely recommend. And not only that, it's only on for like 85 minutes, and it's on Netflix. It's strange, it's weird, and it's wonderful. Really, really wonderful. Now, until this year, I hadn't seen The Conjuring. I hadn't seen the first one, and I thought, oh, it's not going to be great, it's going to be another cheesy horror film. No, I was wrong, The Conjuring's fantastic. Oh my God, The Conjuring 2. From the opening scene to every other little bit in it, James Wan made an absolute classic horror. He used tension and scares and all these things so effectively to build a film that genuinely did scare me, and it's one of the few films this year that has really kind of made me shiver, and for that reason alone, I just absolutely loved it. The fact that this was such a homage to classic horror and James Wan was desperately trying to recreate that just made this film more and more beautiful, and the cast and the music and the setting. Oh, I just love classic horror, and The Conjuring 2 did hit all the right notes for me. Now, again, if you know me very well, you'll know that I severely dislike Amy Adams, so you'll be very shocked to find that there is actually 2 Amy Adams films on this top 10 list, and the first of which is the absolutely mesmerising Arrival. Oh my God, did Arrival get me with its twist. The twist for Arrival is what makes the film. It's obvious that's what makes the film, because that is the thing that everyone came to see it for. It got ridiculously good reviews, and my hype wasn't that high when I went to go and see it, but like the woman next to me who was in literal awe for it, it was absolutely fantastic. It was a film that did things that I really, again, I don't want to keep saying it, but it did things I wasn't expecting it to. It wasn't a big blockbuster action film, and it just cements that Denis Villeneuve is one of the best directors on this planet, never mind of modern times. He is just absolutely fantastic, and he needs to keep making more films because they're just starting to get on my top 10 lists of all time. Arrival is absolutely no different, and was one that, as soon as you can, check it out. It is fantastic. So a quick little anecdote. I was looking at the cinema one day and I saw, wait, what's this film? It's only on for like 2 days. What is it? I've never even heard of it. I've not seen any trailers for it. I've not seen anything for it. You know what? I'm just going to go and see it. The Daughter. The Daughter is at number 5. The Daughter is at number 5 because, the acting, the brilliance, Paul Schneider. This is a film about family betrayal, disloyalty, death, grief, cheating, family drama, just to the extreme. Some of the best acting I've seen this year. And again, it was just kind of created that haunting, horrific atmosphere that just absolutely shocked me. The acting at the end, especially one of the ending scenes, which is just so brilliantly acted and so powerful that it just kind of proper gut punches you. The Daughter is a film that I doubt anyone will have seen, and it was a film that everyone needs to see. You can get it on Amazon on DVD. I'm still waiting for it to come to Blu-ray, but The Daughter is a film that came out of nowhere, and damn right it deserves to be on this list. And my number 4 spot is Hush. Now, Hush is a horror film that I found just one day. I was stumbling across trailers and I found it. I was so excited for it to come out because it was just simple. It was a simple horror film that I was just excited to see. It was on Netflix when I found it, and it was possibly one of the best hour and 20 minutes of my life. 80 minutes is the golden length for horror, and it absolutely smashed every second of it. It's not a film that relies heavily on story. It's not a film that relies heavily on big action scenes. It's a film that focuses on realism. It's a film that focuses on a genuine psychopath who has no reason to be there other than the fact he's a genuine psychopath. It doesn't have any big plot twist reveals. It uses the idea of natural sound. It uses music and tension and horror so effectively that nearly every scene just gets me so much. I have seen this film so many times now, and for an hour and 20 minutes, you can't complain. This is a film about a deaf girl being stalked by a killer, and it is literally nothing more than that. If you love horror, you will love this. If you love big plots and big everything, you won't love this. This was seemingly made for horror fans, and the director of it is one of my current favourite directors. I love every single film he makes, and Hush was just another film to add to his repertoire. It was absolutely fantastic, but it didn't quite beat my number 3 spot, which I've swapped it with pretty much just now. When I went to go and see this film, I was literally not breathing. There was a scene when all the characters are there and they're not breathing, and I was thinking to myself, wait a second, why am I not breathing? Because this film is so enthralling and so encapsulating that you feel like you are here with these characters. Don't Breathe throws in so many twists and turns, has such a clever plot structure, and has an opening couple of shots which completely blew me away. This film does something so clever in the fact that it shows you everything that's going to happen in the first 5 minutes, and when it all happens, it all falls into place, and it is terrifying, thrilling, and just, that's the film that literally has got me on the edge of my seat this year. It was a film that really, really did blow me away, and I think it deserved to be higher up on the list than it was. It was originally at 4th, and then I thought, you know what, it was better than Hush. Honestly, it comes out the next couple of weeks. I've got it pre-ordered. I can't wait to watch this film again. It was so good. And in the night where I saw Blair Witch as well, it definitely made up for it. In at number 2 is a film that was number 1 until a couple of weeks ago. This is a film that, when I went to go and see it, I looked at the person next to me and went, what the is going on here? We were all in shock. This film had people walk out. This film had people just look at everyone else just like, what is happening? This film had cannibalism. This film had necrophilia. This film had drugs. This film had rape. This film had murder. This film had every single thing that could horrify you in this world, and it put it all into a beautiful, and I mean beautiful film. This is the best looking film I have ever seen. No film has ever come close to the cinematography this has, and Nicholas Winding Refn did nothing but continuously make this film better and better with every single scene. The Neon Demon is the perfect example of how you make arty horror, And literally every second of its gorgeous, beautiful aesthetic is just so pleasing to just be in the world of, that I could have watched this film for hours and hours and hours. Some people said it's style over substance. It is definitely not style over substance. The plot is enthralling. Everything about this film just really spoke to me. And as a horror fan and a thriller fan and a neon fan, the Neon Demon ticked every single box and was my number one film right up until I saw Nocturnal Animals. Jake Gyllenhaal is my favourite actor for so many reasons, and this is just another reason why. Nocturnal Animals was horrifying in a way that I wasn't expecting it to be. Nocturnal Animals is a thriller that messes about with multi-narrative structure, but there is a 20-minute car chase sequence which is so realistic and so visceral and so horrific that it just had me kind of shaking because it felt real. Everything about this film felt so awkward to watch. Everything felt so like, you shouldn't be watching this. This is wrong. I shouldn't be seeing this. But I was. Every single actor was just fantastic. Nearly everyone deserves an Oscar in this. Amy Adams, again, I can't stand Amy Adams, and she is my number one film of the year, and she's the central character of this film. Jake Gyllenhaal plays two characters. Some of the best dialogue I've seen in a film. It's beautiful. Tom Ford created an absolute masterpiece, and I could not speak about it anymore. Literally, I could spend hours telling you about Nocturnal Animals, the way it ends, the theories, the logic, the cinematography, the thought that goes into every single shot. It reminds me of Kubrick, it reminds me of Fight Club, it reminds me of every single film that I loved. And I walked out of the cinema just going, it was mesmerising. There is no other way for me to put it other than this film absolutely blew me away. Nocturnal Animals is my film of 2016. So thank you so much for watching. There you go. There is my top 10 films of 2016. And if you agree with my list, comment down below. Comment down below what your favourite film of 2016 is. I've seen so much and so much rubbish as well. Speaking of rubbish, I'm also going to be doing a bottom 10 films of 2016, which will completely tip this entire video on its head and show literally all the crap that I have seen this year, because there has been crap this year. If you did enjoy this though, check out some other reviews. Check out my latest video essay, What Happened to Christmas Classics. So if you enjoyed this, like, subscribe, and make sure you're sticking right here for that bottom 10 list, and always right here on My Week in Media for all the latest new reviews.